Working? Yeah, it's working! Okay. Cool. So, here's what I think we're gonna do. So, hang on, I can't listen to myself think and listen to this song at the same time. Give me a second. This song is just not... I can't think while they're singing. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. This is not the model I intended to use today. I was gonna use my regular model. However, I realized that on this particular system, I only have the outdated model, which we can use. We can use it. We can use it. But I think this one's a little more fun for art streams. And I can have a gun. I can have 2 guns. Technically, I can have 2 guns. Let me put on my second gun. There it is. There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm totally late today. I had to go help somebody with their car. A lot of car issues here recently, so oops. Oh well. So driving around, just got in and threw down a couple of tacos real fast so that I wouldn't be starving while we did stuff. And yeah. Okay, so the plan is 2 things. I'll flip a coin. I'll do a coin flip. We'll do a 50-50 coin flip. If the coin flip lands on... No, we're not gonna gamble with it. I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it. We'll just go over to art stream. Let's just fuck it. We'll just get started. You know, it's fine. Okay. Back at it again. We're not allowed to play Minecraft today because I told myself we were gonna do art, and so we are doing art today. We're doing art. We are not playing around on Minecraft as much as I want to. I could honestly just play Minecraft. Right now, we did a lot in the town and everything else like that, and looks really good. But we're gonna do a little bit of art. It's been a long time, it feels like, since we've done art. Hang on, I have my hand off the mouse, so we're doing stuff. Let's go! Oh, sweet! A 10 stream streak. Nice. That is a good, that's a nice, look at that, you're in double digits now. Let me, okay, so what we're doing today is we are, in fact, working on our lovely Sad Night piece again. We literally didn't get anything done except for the little bits on the whatchamacallit, what's the weapon? The mace, that's the word. And yeah, we're gonna work on it today. Trying not to stress. I don't know why I'm so stressed today. I don't know. Sometimes it just happens where you just have a day and you're like, this is a stressing day. But I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna calm down and we're gonna focus. We're gonna do some stuff. Hi, Venra! Are you feeling any better? You said you had a fever yesterday. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. If not, hopefully you've taken a little bit more medicine and you are taking care of yourself, taking a break. And yeah, we're gonna put this on there. A bit better, still have that migraine. Oh no, I'm sorry. Migraines are absolutely miserable. They're such a pain to deal with, and you always feel like your brain is just on a warpath with you, and it's just, ugh, I hate having migraines. It's really funny though, every time that, like, I mention having a migraine, there's specific people in my immediate circle that have never had a migraine, and every time I'm like, I've got a migraine right now, they're like, oh, I don't know what's that's like, and I'm like, ah, I'm so jealous of you. I'm so jealous. Migraines are just no fun. Being sick in general is no fun either, but there's just something extra, like, unfair, it feels like, to have, like, a migraine. Especially if you have any of those migraines where it's like everything offends your brain, like light, sound, smells, anything like tips your senses off, and it's just like, nope. The body hates itself today. Yeah. Like, I will gladly like take a migraine for somebody else than have them go through it. And then I remember the last time I had a migraine, I'm like, no, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just let you suffer. Maybe it is your goal in life is to suffer for this moment so you can become strong. Okay, and I think I want to change a little bit on the handle here. I was really thinking about Minecraft today, but I was playing catch up on some work stuff, and I was like, fuck, like it's okay, I can do work stuff and then I'll play Minecraft later. And I was like, no, I can't because I have a stream. And I was like, no, I promised I would do art. We'll do art, and then right at like 7. I had somebody call me and they're like, I need help. We're stuck. And there's no vehicle, you know, like AAA and stuff can't get out to us. I was like, oh, fuck, hang on. So I was like, I have an hour. We still have plenty of time. An hour turned out not to be the full amount of time. So it's still late, but you know, it's fine. That happens. I couldn't leave them out there, you know. I would feel like really bad, especially because I've, you know, been at that point where it's like broken down on the side of the road. It's like dark outside, it's cold, you're miserable, and you're just like, oh, damn it. Miho! Oh, hi! Welcome, Raiders! Welcome! My name is... hang on, I gotta wait for the theme. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Basilia. We are currently doing some art right now, and hopefully your stream went really good. I think it did it wrong. It said why did it give a shout out to that person? It gave out the wrong shout out. Hold on. Why is it Venba? You were playing Venba, and it should have given you the shout out. I'm gonna hit dismiss on this. Why is this popping up? Why did it do it like that? Oh, streamer bot. Why? Hang on. Let me input the correct shout out. That's weird. That's so weird. Hopefully you had a good stream anyway. And you know, don't be afraid to raid and run. Go eat some food, drink some water, get a snack, stretch, do that whole shebang. I know after a stream it can be like a little, oh shit, hang on. It's gonna make me wait 58 seconds before we can do another one. Give me a second. We're gonna give you that shout out. But, you know, you're more than welcome to hang and vibe. We're doing a little bit of art today. Just kind of chit-chatting as we do so. You know, hang on, I'm putting it in there. I'll get it done. Let's see. There it goes. Okay, so shout out. I don't know why it did that. It did not. Streamer bot is so silly. It's so silly. But it's always really funny, like when I get a raid and oh, hang on. There's 24 seconds left on it. I'm gonna get it. You know what I'll do is I'll type it really slow, and like we're gonna pretend that I'm typing it really fast, and that my bot did not fuck up horrifically to shouting you out, and it shouted out the game or like a rando instead. But hopefully your stream went really good and you're able to, you know, relax and chill out and have fun if you'd like. Right now, I'll wait to hit enter on that. Right now we're working on a personal piece where we have some very sad nights, and look how sad this man is. He's very sad. And right now we're working on our lovely dead person here, Casimir. I'm sorry, he's not confirmed dead. We haven't figured out if he's actually dead or if he's just taking a lot of arrows to his chest. And yeah. So we'll keep working on that. Kind of keep chit-chatting, saying the words. I can speak. I am a good streamer. I can do all of the big streamer stuff for sure. There we go. I did it correctly that time. All right. And now we're going to refocus and we're going to pretend I did not have that stream. It's just an off day today, man. It's just an off day today, which happens. you know, every so often you have a stream where you're just like, you're going good, you're in the flow, and then you start stream and then you're no longer in the flow, and like you were ready for it at the beginning and now you're not, and that's okay. That happens. But I have to laugh because the whole reason I started this piece, I found a sticky note that I had written to myself as like, hey, I should start this piece, because I write myself sticky notes all the time. I have a couple sticky notes of stuff that I have to send to Vex, the person we collabed with yesterday, and I also have a couple sticky notes to send a couple other things out as well to some other people. And I was going through all my sticky notes and I was like, oh, I remember why I started this artwork, this piece. So for a while there was a trend to draw Frenrian, the little elf girl, the elf lady, the sad one, the sad backstory, the one who lives a really long time at that particular angle. That is that upward looking angle, and this is the whole reason why I was like, yeah, this we're gonna do it because of this. Frenrian, that's it. Yeah. And I started on that because of that challenge, and it's been sitting on like my back burner because it's a personal work and I haven't really touched it, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna finish it. And then it's really funny because there's already a new art trend out for it, and I'm just like, fuck, man, you know what? I'm just gonna finish this piece. I'm not gonna stress about making it in time or anything like that. It was just fine. It's cool. I decided on my New Year's resolution was to basically, just do the best I can, you know? We're just gonna do the best we can. You know, I don't like this final piece being like that. I think I'm gonna leave it like this, and then we'll keep going on it. Yeah, like that. On the open road. This is a Goofy Movie song. Okay. I think I like that quite a bit. Oh, I remember. Hold on. I want to add a couple of extra little tiny joints to this section. On the open road. It's always really funny, like, when I'm working on something and I can feel myself, like, really zoning into something and really getting hyper-focused in it. That is always a point where I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't know if it's like good content for streaming, because generally when I stream, or at least when I try to stream, specifically for art, I try and kind of keep up a little bit of running dialogue. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm like always so worried that like, oh my god, it's gonna be so boring. Why did I put so much effort into the end of this? You're not gonna see it. It's behind his boot anyway, so you're not gonna, okay, it's fine. It's wasted effort, but it's fine. I know it's there, you know it's there, chat, we all know it's there, and it's okay that it's there. It's fine. It's not wasted effort if I appreciate and like it. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Hello, there we go. I had a particular picture that I had picked out for this particular mace that I was like, I like this mace head and I like this shaft on the evening. Osmos! Hi! Mice, how are you this evening? We're doing pretty good. I was totally super not late because I was like doing stuff and like I had to go and like basically drop a car off to somebody so they would have transportation because they broke down, and I was like, no, it's fine, I have plenty of time. It was not plenty of time. It's like a Bob Ross spending 40 minutes painting a little cabin and then plopping a big old tree right in front of you so you can only end up seeing a tiny corner of the roof. Exactly, it really is. Every time I hyper focus on an area, and especially if I don't end up using the area like how I did with oh shit, hang on. Okay, I hit a wrong button and it zipped me off to the side. Like when I was going through, let me see if I can pull up that one for Keegan's hair, this section of his hair where I just basically cut it all off. Oh my god, I was so upset with that. I did so much work on his hair and I cut it off because you can't see it because his helm is in the way. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. But yeah, unfortunately that tends to happen like quite a bit where I work on something. I'm like, I love it. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I have this other thing planned. And the other thing is like a part where I like really need it. I need it because that just makes the whole piece flow. And that's like the reason that I was like, I'm gonna do a bunch of nights. Yeah. Okay, I can get rid of this symmetry tool here real fast, and I don't need the initial rough sketch I did, so I can go throw that away. But it's always so fun, like, anytime I watch a Bob Ross tutorial thing, and like, they're so nice to watch. Oh my god, I love Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross. Bob Ross is my spiritual animal, and if I could develop a vibe of Bob Ross, I would. I don't think I can be that calm though. I think I'm too anxious of a person to do that. There's definitely a lot more anxiety on my side than there is in any Bob Ross setup. Anyways, you're off. Have a good one. You as well. Hopefully you feel a little bit better later. Thank you. Oh damn, a stretch and a hydration routine. Woo! You love putting the Twitch Bob Ross channel on his background music on the weekends. Oh my god, it's so good, isn't it? It's so good. The only reason that I don't tend to... Oh no, did you just redeem chaos? Oh fuck. The only time I don't really watch Bob Ross is... I don't think there's a bad time to watch Bob Ross. I think even if your plane was crashing, it's a good time to watch Bob Ross, you know? How many Bob Ross emotes do you have? Oh my god. That is funny though. It does make me sad though that the company that he worked for, they took all his stuff. And his family doesn't get any of the proceeds for anything that has his name on it. They basically stole his likeness and his name for a bunch of stuff. Anytime is Bob Ross time for real. For real, for real. Like, I don't think... Yeah, these are... Oh, they're basic Twitch ones? Oh, nice. I know I've seen the first one, but the second one is definitely way higher quality. Did I draw this on the wrong layer? Did I draw this on the wrong layer? No, I had this layer in the wrong order, but it's fine. I can collapse them down anyway. It's always like, oh god, it's always so nostalgic to like go back, and even to this day I'll like sit there and like just vibe to Bob Ross. Man, oh my god, I love Bob Ross. I think, oh, and there should be another one coming out over here, but we're not gonna really time to see it. Oh my god, this is so loud. Da 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 da. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. I feel like there should be flames happening on the screen at the same time this is going on. His voice is ASMR before ASMR was ASMR. Yeah. Well, you know, they used to have, hang on, there's so much noise happening right now, I can't focus. The brain is not braining. Oh, hold on. Okay, so, before there was like ASMR, there did actually used to be like some channels on the TV that were like really quiet and everything else like that. Oh my god, that's a lot of booms. That it was like a quiet person reading, or like a really quiet music. I still remember when TV had like music channels, not like MTV or anything else like that. I'm talking like the really quiet like jazz channels, and like the stuff that was like classical music channels and stuff like that you could turn to, and they didn't really have a ton of commercials on it. This is going to be the mace. I have to label this layer. And those were always really nice, and I think those and like late night TV stuff. You love the Bob Ross Twitch channel. Oh yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the Nicktoons played me. Yeah, Nicktoons used to play music videos, and you could. I remember watching like a Smash Mouth on Nickelodeon, and like. That probably ages me quite a bit, but it's fine. We all know I'm not a spring chicken. You also remember those music channels too? Yeah, they were good. I don't even know, to be honest. I don't watch a ton of movies or like TV really anymore, so I couldn't even tell you if they still had those or not. Hang on, I'm gonna switch the coloration of this. Okay, because I like all of this. We're gonna keep all of this for right now. And then we're keep moving. We're gonna keep moving on. Okay, I think I'm gonna solidify some of the design stuff on his stuff. Used to be a jazz DJ, long songs, not as many breaks to cut in, just chill vibes. And that's like such a good vibe. I kinda miss stuff like that. You know, hang on, is it this arrow set? It's this arrow set here. So let me switch that actually. Because I want to cut out everything that sits underneath this. I'll keep the layer, but I want to go ahead and like select it and cut it out, so that way we don't have to worry about it and we get some nice clean lines. But it's I don't know, I feel like a lot of it has been lost, the way stuff is set up. Apparently as well, like iPods and MP3 players are like making a comeback, because people are like so fed up with like streaming services and commercials that all the young kiddos are like, oh my god, you know, I can have this iPod and I can put like all my songs on it and like doesn't have any commercials. And I was like, oh my god, they're talking like they're rediscovering like like ancient civilizations and stuff like that. I'm like, wait till they find out about Walkman. Wait, there's more. You know, I'm gonna be pretty shocked, because I know all the fashions from like the 2000s and stuff are coming back, and like the 2010s are really popular. They like retro. They say retro. It's not retro. Okay, I remember when those things were like coming out and they were fresh and new. Like retro technology is like making a comeback and everything else like that. I think I've talked about this before on stream, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm not saying it makes me feel a little old, but it's interesting. Yeah, the enshittification of the wheel is so strong, we reinvented it. It is. Like, people come out and they're like, oh my god, this totally sucks. Why can't we do this thing that does this thing? And I'm like, oh, they've already made that thing. That is called... Get ready for it. A pager. That is called a cell phone, but you don't have cell service all the time, so it kind of sucks just a little bit. And yeah, just wait. All right, I have to cut some of these layers off here now that are sitting underneath this. So I have to find his horns layer. I have to cut and then hide that. And then, is it this hair? It is this hair section. We're gonna cut and then hide that section. Yeah. You have only one of the new phones with a headphone jack. I have one of the only new phones with a headphone jack. You got days of music downloaded on your phone, and the vast majority is ripped from your people's CDs. I have a confession. I still have a CD player binder in my car. I still have CDs in there. And I think, honestly, if I look in the bottom of my little, like, glove box, I think there's a tape in there. I'm pretty sure there's at least like 1 or 2 tapes in there. I'm pretty sure. And I still have like my old iPod, and I have like an iPod shuffle. and I have another one that somebody had like given up that was like busted, that I was like, oh, I'll take it. So like, yeah. I still like CDs. Did you guys know? Okay, did you guys know? I'm gonna zoom in a little more. Did you guys know you can go to your local library and they have like entire shelving units that are just full of CDs? Yeah, Yeah, you can just go in there and you can find like so many good CDs, like especially stuff that was like really popular like when we were young. And you wondered what happened to your family's DVD collection. Look for it. I guarantee you, if it's in storage, hold on to that. And like make a digital copy of stuff, okay? Make a digital copy of stuff, and then you can go through. Yeah, games too. Yeah, I have a whole binder full of games for the PlayStation, like the OG PlayStation, PlayStation 2, my PS3, the Xbox. I have a lot of old Xbox games because I used to be an Xbox kid, and yeah, it's I am very much in the I've already bought it, why would I need to buy it again type deal, you know? I am very much a part of that. I think this is part of his head and face. It is a part of his head and face, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that, hide that, and then I'm gonna leave this. No, I can't. Was that part of his neck? What are you on? What is this layer? What is this layer? It's part of his neck. Did I miss it? I did not miss it. You were a PlayStation, then Xbox, then everything. See, I did. I also started as a PlayStation kid because we did. I lied to you. I started off as a PC kid. So I started playing Diablo, the original Diablo, for like this really old laptop that my dad had, and like he rigged it so we could play it on like long car rides and stuff. We did Diablo, we did like Carnivores 2, and we did like a bunch of other PC games. And then after that, we did PlayStation games because we did the Kingdom Hearts series. And then I got old enough, and then we got an Xbox. And I played Halo, and that's when I was like super into FPS games. And oh my god, guys, I love Halo. I used to play it with my dad. We used to play together, and oh my god, I missed it. That's why I think I have the Halo series back on like my list of stuff that I want to do this year, because I have several versions of it. I have several versions of it, the series, and I was like, I should play it on stream. I've never really played it on stream. You were a Sega Genesis, then Nintendo for you, then Xbox and PC. Oh, see, I never really got to play like any real Nintendo stuff, just because it was another console, and we were like, we already have stuff, we already have consoles, we have a computer in the living room, in that corner cabinet that sits in the corner that was like the V shape, that like it was great, and the tower was big, and it could crush somebody if it fell over, it felt like. And it made lots of noise, so we were fucked if anybody called while we were using the computer. Halo is what got you into Xbox. Same. I think Halo and Skyrim were literally the main reason that we actually got an Xbox, to be able to like play on. What is on this? What is on this layer? Is there nothing on this layer? I don't think there's anything on this layer. Cool. Okay, so this is his collar. His collar and his neck. Let me mark this layer. Collar and neck. Waiting in the bushes of love. I forgot I had this song on my system. Cool. Day. Worry all day. You had a GameCube and a Wii, but it didn't consume you like Xbox did with COD and Halo. Dude, COD was so good. Oh my god. Old COD was like so good. I mean, there's a reason I don't play a lot of like online games. I was burned by them. Lobbies, COD lobbies, man. Too young, too dark, too sexist. Although, even to this day, if I get on voice chat in like an in-game lobby, they assume like I'm a small boy. They're like, oh, yeah, hey, little boy, why don't you go back to middle school? I'm like, cool, I'm not a little boy, but I appreciate your enthusiasm for my educational needs. That's not it at all. You're getting Spanish Red Bull ads, but you gotta admit, oh, dude, the Spanish ads are like way better than any of the English ads, especially for For anything that is like trying to sell you something where there is an English version, I swear to God, all of the Spanish ads are like always super way better. Okay, gotta work, bye. No worries, bye. You did play those Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon web games. Oh yeah, those were really good. Those were really good. But like the little Flash animation games. What about any of the movie tie-in games? Those were really fun. I liked those. Is this the right? This is not the right line width. Hang on, what? I think I was on 5. Was I on 5? 4? 4. It's 4. Okay. Waiting in the bushes of love. It's always really funny, like, when somebody mentions, like, an old movie, like Shrek or something like that, and I was like, oh my god, do you remember, like, the old Shrek games? Yeah, the SpongeBob, the movie, the game? Yeah. And then, like, I remember, like, you would go into, like, school or something like that, and people would be like, oh, what did you get on, like, Neopets and stuff like that, and, like, I'm like... Oh my god. Did you know they're still trying to keep up with Neopets? Like, it hasn't died. It did technically die, and then there was a group of developers who were, like, working on, like, getting it back up and running. And then they got involved in, like, a crypto thing, and, like... I don't know if they're still doing it or not, like the crypto, but there is a group of developers that are working on, like, trying to get it to be able to, like, converted and fully working. It's still, most of it is still, like, sort of working. You can still play it, but there's, like, there can be a long queue to, like, get into the site and stuff like that. And sometimes it'll crash and kick you out, and that's not fun. But, you know, I don't like those lines at all. Hold on. Yeah, that sounds like a monkey's paw. Doesn't it sound like a monkey's paw? You have Neopets, but you must hear this crypto scam. Crack. Another paw finger does the thing. You get Neopets, but crypto. Yeah, I think they stopped it. I think when crypto, like, people were coming out and being like, fuck crypto, I think that finally died. Okay, so the plan is I want to make him look a little bit more like a priest, because he's their cleric. And luckily for clerics for D&D, they can wear some pretty heavy armor, but I don't want to do a ton of armor. I want to give him more, like, lighter armor. So we're gonna break a little D&D rules. I did keep up with some of them, and I gave him a mace, so he does have a class correct mace. But we're gonna pretend that he's not wearing heavy armor, or that maybe he was wearing heavy armor and something happened, and they made a plan where he was gonna take off the heavy armor, and that's why he got hit with all these arrows. I don't know. Kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this. If I was a really smart cookie, I would have pulled up references for stuff, but I'm not, so I don't. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a chest plate here. I'm gonna do another layer. But I was really sad when they killed off a bunch of, like, Flash games. I was very upset because there were so many Flash games that I remember going back and playing, and I think there's quite a few of them these days, to be honest, that people have worked on, like, getting back up and running simply because they loved them so much when they were younger. And yeah, oh my goodness, makes me want to go back and dig through my little nostalgia files. I don't even know if I could remember all of them. It's just, when you're young and you're working and playing on a game or something, like working, like, yeah, that was like a job. When you were, like, playing on a game or working your way through levels on something, it just seemed like stuff was, like, so permanent, and there's no need to stress about it, because obviously when you came back, this game that you've been playing for not, like, a super long time, but this game that you've been playing will be there still. Like, there was no sense of, like, impermanence. Like, you knew for a fact that if you went back to this game, it would be there. Makes me so sad. Curse you, modern technology. Okay, and then I'm gonna give him some armor. I'm gonna give him some lighter armor though. I don't want to do leather armor. Oh, I could do chainmail. Chainmail will look really nice. Oh, I could do lots of nice stuff with chainmail. Do I want the chest plate or chainmail? You know what? Let's do chainmail. You know, I hate myself. I don't hate myself enough. That's the problem. I don't hate myself enough. So let's throw chainmail in here. Now the way I find to do chainmail, this is part of his collar. So we're gonna switch this real fast. I'm gonna collapse this down. The way we're gonna do it is we're gonna cheat just a little bit. We're gonna cheat. I'm gonna rough sketch the outer edge of the chainmail sections and his outer cloth layerings, and then I'm gonna go in and add my zillions and zillions of circles. That's a good idea. I sound like a doomer when I'm like, oh, I remember when we were younger and we could do all these things, and now we just can't. Life sucks. That's not it. Stuff isn't. It could be worse. Stuff could be far worse. Okay. I'm not saying like it's all hunky-dory, but in terms of like stuff that has disappeared since we were young, it could be far worse. Like, it's not the best timeline, but it, you know, it's not the absolute worst timeline. Okay, so we have the edge of his chainmail shirt here. What is going on here? Okay, so this, and then this, and then I want a nice sort of like semi-scalloped edge to the front of this that kind of mimics what I have his regular under collar doing right now. So, oh shit, if I don't make it super fancy, oh, I'm gonna simplify it just a little bit. We're gonna do just a basic thin leather edge to this, and then we're going to add, I want some priestly robes, or at least the cloth, like draped over his shoulder pieces. Like, he's laying there on the ground, so we're not gonna really see a ton of it, but I know it's there, and you'll know it's there, chat. And together, we'll know it's there. Okay, and then his arm comes up over here. And the best part about having his head at this particular angle, there's a lot of stuff I can kind of fake it and sort of get away with. So we're gonna fake some of the details here, and some of the details I'm not even gonna worry about because we have we have a hand. We have a hand. Oh my god, I could not remember the word for hand. We have a hand that comes up and is gripping the side of his face here. So there's a whole section right through here that we don't have to do because there's going to be a hand here. So I'm going to do some roughy, sketchy outy stuff. Oh look, there's an ear I sketched right here that I can just get rid of. We don't need this ear because I had changed the way his head sit. Is it on this layer? It is on this layer, so I'm just going to delete it. Look at that. You don't even need to know it's there. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and finish sketching out his chainmail shirt here. And then I think what I want to do is I want to have a split sleeve that comes up here like this. And again, another nice thin edge of leather. Potentially, maybe to like, you can like lace it up or something like that. Let's actually have it end like this, so it's a little bit more intense of an angle and really emphasizes that forearm structure. It's always really funny, like when I'm working on a figure or something like that. If I have the outfit all planned out, it goes way faster. But if I don't have the outfit planned out, it feels a little bit more organic. Like when I'm creating the character like on the screen and I don't have like reference pictures and stuff that I can use as a basis, it definitely feels that it's it flows, and like the sheer creation of it feels a little bit better. Okay, so we have this arm here. Did I give myself a really bad angle for chainmail? That's really hard to draw? Yes, I did. Do I hate myself enough to do it? Yeah, probably. And we're gonna get it done too. We're gonna get it done. Hello, mother. Hello, Shuna. Oh shit, what up? Look at that. 19 months? Nice. Congratulations. Okay, I think... Oh, damn, I like this top edge of his foot, but it's gonna be covered up again because this chainmail piece is gonna sit here, and I think what I want to have it do is kind of sit here and then go over the edge. And I don't think I'm gonna have it sit down over this, so it's gonna hang here. And yeah. Yeah, like that. Yeah. You like his foot, but it'll be covered up. I do. Well, I like this top section of his foot, and it turned out so beautifully, and I'm gonna have to just cover it up with the sleeve, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't need it anyway. That always happens though. Like, I do something and I'm like, oh, I really like this. And then I look at it and I go, oh, I'm gonna have to like cover up all of that. None of that can stay. Okay, and then we have a shoulder seam here. Oh man, it's gonna be sad. This is one of those pieces that I had actually planned to work on, like, only when I was sad, but I don't know. Dost thou seek emotional discomfort? Yes. So we're doing it. Man, doing the chainmail on this piece is it's gonna suck. I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff covering through here. So he's gonna have hair coming down over his shoulder. I think I want to have like a little bit of a big braid. So I'm gonna do his priestly robe piece thing. It's the one that sits like here. He's gonna... Do you want to be in pain today? Yes. Yes, I do. You know. Okay, and this would come here. The fact that I have not really solidified some of the background stuff for this really helps out. Is this on the wrong layer? It sort of is, but it's fine. It's fine. It always happens where I come up with something that I really like and then I just have to cover it up. But it's okay. I can handle it. It's fine. It looks like he's wearing your scarf. It's fine. It's fine. We have to trust the process, chat. We have to trust the process. I have an idea in my head of like the outfit I want to do. We are going to trust the process. It will turn out fine. It will turn out fine. We just have to trust it. We have to trust it. It's processing. If we hate it, we're not done with it. But there's a fine balance between I'm still working on it and I've overworked a piece. You have to, like, getting to that point of where you know where that line is, that can be the hard part. That can be the really hard part. Do 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 do. You gotta trust yourself a little bit there. You gotta hang loose. I have the skills. We've done multiple characters before. It's totally fine. It's not as scary as you're making it seem. We can do it. We can easily do it. Although it's really funny to have a cleric as a tiefling is really good. When I came up with that on stream, I was like, fuck, that's such a good idea. I'm doing it. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. And then, oh shit, I should make this section a little thicker. So it comes over here. Where is it? Here? Okay, that's still on the right layer. Okay, okay. Whew, I was worried I was on the wrong layer. Because I thought I erased something that I did not mean to, but it was fine. I did it. I was on the right layer. Searching for his head. I have to laugh. I was going back through some of the older streams and like pulling out a bunch of clips and stuff because the past couple streams I have not pulled out clips from, and I feel a little bit bad. Usually as soon as I finish a stream I try to go back through and like pull out a clip, but I've just been on such the Minecraft grind that I just have not. It makes me feel bad. I was like, well, shit, I can't do that because then it makes it seem like it has the boobies at that angle, so we gotta remove that. We're just gonna leave it like that. As is. We're just gonna leave it as is, like right like that. We wish to see this man sad and broken. I mean, he's bleeding out like right here, so we're fine. But definitely coming up with outfits on the spot, you can be hit with like such a huge burst of inspiration, like, oh my god, I'm such a genius, worship me. And then other times you'd be like, he's got pants are in there. And he's got a shirt. And shoes are a big thing in outfits, right? I think a big part of coming up with an outfit for a character is knowing like a little bit of a backstory, so you can use that to influence how you think the character would dress. Again. Where's my... Oh, my stabilization is up, but it feels... My hand is extra shaky right now. So my lines are horrible right now. It's fine. There's so much line work on this anyway, nobody's gonna be really looking at it. I should just... They're gonna know. How would they know? They're gonna know. Well, then I come back with a, how the fuck are they gonna know? If they know it, fuck them. They can know it. I don't need their approval. If I like it, then that counts as approval for me. That's enough for me. Is this from a Twilight movie? I think the song is from a Twilight movie. Oh no, it is! What's really funny is I didn't care for the movies. I liked the books a lot better, and some of the characters are way different in the books than they are in the movies. And it's so funny to me that Twilight started off as a fan fiction. and like, wow. Live your dreams, babes. Live your dreams. Write that cringy fan fiction, because you never know, you could become a best-selling author and sell millions! And just rake in all that cash. Cold hard cash. Okay, so we have that, and I'm thinking how we want to do... I don't know if I want to do a long chainmail thing. I think we're gonna end his chainmail thing about generally where his waist would be. So we're gonna have some chainmail stuff sitting off through here. Oh shit, this is the wrong layer! I Fire Fang, thank you so much for clocking in and for the 42k for the Chat vs. Mycelia challenge. You guys are getting really, really close to that. I feel like we are gonna have to very soon hold a raffle. And then, should I? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, so this, I'm gonna drop the opacity down on this layer since we're just roughing it out for this because I have to put all of the chainmail in because I hate myself apparently. And then we'll do the chainmail last. So I'm gonna go ahead and do his pants. I should do his hair first. Cover a bunch of stuff up with his hair and then do his chainmail. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I should probably also do what's his name? Keegan. I should do Keegan's hands, since Keegan's hands takes up quite a bit in this picture. But yeah, I gotta do that. Okay. Let's do his hair. So this is going to be, it's his vestments. It's his vestments. You found something to actually talk about at work because you're a redstone nerd. Oh, and redstone is very similar to a lot of like circuitry and actually programming as well. Is there other Minecraft fans at work? If so, that's pretty cool. So this is his vestments. And then this is his chainmail base. One guy. Hey, one guy is better than no guys. Okay, one guy is better than no guys for having somebody to talk to at work. Chainmail base. Rough. I'm gonna go ahead and make this green so I know for sure for this particular little layer thing. Okay. Let me go ahead and add in his longer hair sections. Because I want to have him have like a nice long braid that kind of... It's gonna cover up some of this, but that's fine. It's okay. You're pretty sure he just copies stuff online instead of trying out stuff on his own. Oh, I mean, at least he's trying to do stuff. He's doing some stuff. It could be worse. He doesn't even know leaves transmit signals. But leaves are an easy hack. Why? That's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. Not everybody does their research on stuff, but it's okay. Okay, so we have a little bit of this. Oh, shit, you know what I think might be a better idea? I might actually have to do Keegan's hand first and then actually do his hair sitting and stuff sitting around it. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to do Keegan's hand. Shit, that's fine. That was like a 2018 update. God, you're not old. Oh my god, you're still just a you're still young. God. Don't you say you're old. That makes me ancient. Okay, okay, let me hide this layer and hide this. Wait, is there anything even on this layer? There's nothing on this layer. Why do I have 2 layers out here? Anyway, whatever, I'll just delete the extra one. I don't think there's nothing on it. Okay. I think because I have Keegan as a orc, like a half orc, half elf, I think I'm gonna set it up here so that he has claws. Oh, everybody looks better in claws, babes. 2018 was 7 years ago. No, 7 years is not that long. Okay, that is not that long at all. Okay, hang on. Instead of fighting it, I'm gonna rough out his hand details real fast. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll freeball it. No, I should probably actually do my structure so I so it looks better. And then I think I have it set up so both his pinky and his finger, his ring finger and his pinky are set to like be underneath his chin here. Definitely his pinky for sure. I think I'm gonna bring his ring finger up this way instead of, I had it sketched underneath his chin, but I'm gonna bring it up over his chin, have his middle finger and his ring finger touching, and then have his pinky underneath the chin. Yeah, that's how I think I'm gonna do it. The good old days where you didn't know the difference between there, and there. there, and there. I mean, yeah. Most people, I mean, some people still have trouble with it. That is over there. They are, and that is theirs. Or they are there. That group of people. Okay, and then here, and then here. Yeah. And besides, you learned English on your own, so the fact that you were able to learn it at all is just really amazing. You got to give yourself credit for that. No. Oh, no, not like that. They're with their cat over there. Exactly. Here. And then here, and then that, like that. I want that here. Let's bring that up here. There's some people who apostrophes were hard to understand. Oh yeah, apostrophes. I remember like going through and learning like writing and stuff like that, and I knew like a couple people who had S's at their end of the name, like Jess or James or I don't know, like Pinkalicious or something like that. That's the only names I can think of that end in S's. Those were always like really hard for me when I was younger. And I grew up like, you know, learning English as my first language, so I understand. Yeah, you add an apostrophe without the S. Yeah. Do the apostrophe at the end of the name, indicating that the S at the end acts as basically an extra S. You still oh yeah, so like it's Jess's or James's. Jesse, James. But yeah. Yeah, but it's really funny the fact that I know people who I know for sure grew up like with English, and that is their only language, and they still have trouble with that, so it's fine. I want this to hang on the edge of their thing. Yeah, it hurts your brain. Well, yeah, especially since the way things are set up and pronounced are like way different. Well, that was the wrong line color, but it's fine, it's fine. That finger piece is not right. It must be bean. Bean it out. Do 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 do. Okay. English is not a great language. Yeah, because at the point you could speak English well enough, you just didn't know how, like, unintuitive. Yeah, the writing sucks butt cheeks. The writing is horrible. Like, learning to write in English is just... Oh, it's disgusting. I'm so sorry. I know this pain. I feel like that doesn't feel big enough for Keegan's hand. Keegan is a relatively big dude. And now you're obsessed with writing. Funny life is. Well, it's the things that you do that challenge you, that when you finally conquer them, you feel so incredibly accomplished over it that you've conquered that beast, and now you have to show your mastery of it. You know, that's why I like to draw hands, and that's why I like to draw body fluids. Because, you know, you work so hard to get good at something, and then you get good at it, and you're like, now I have to flex. Which sounds weird when I'm just referring to body fluids, but that's how it goes, you know? I don't care for that. I like the way the majority of the hand is sitting, but there's something about this I just don't care for, so we're just gonna erase it until we get it right. I like how this pinky turned out. Shape-wise. I like the shape of this pinky, I should say. Yeah, what's annoying about writing when you could write properly, it makes trying to go for an RP mental torture. I mean, it can. You should write some cringy fan fiction. That'll help you getting over RPing and stuff like that pretty quick. Do 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 do. Cross, hi. Okay, that hand, I'm just not super happy with it. So he's holding on. Hold on. Main 1, 2, 3. He needs to feel desperate about this. He's holding him together. Gremlin spotted. Yeah. Now we're gremlinin right now. As we doodle a sad man. Or he's not sad technically. Keegan's sad. Casimir is not sad. I mean, he is sad. The situation is sad. I can't decide if we're gonna kill him off or not. I might kill him off. Maybe I'll kill him off. Okay, so this here, and then instead of having his fingers go up, I want his fingers to dig into Casimir's face for Keegan's hand. We want to feel that he's barely holding it together. It looks so good. Yeah, here, I'll show you the whole thing. So this is the full piece here. This is the full piece. And so we have Keegan, who is our sad half elk boy paladin man. This is all really roughed out. This is like roughed out scenarios we've come up with on stream. We have Keegan, and then we have Casimir, who he is cradling, who is very sad. We've decided he's the cleric, and Casimir has taken a lot of damage or something similar to that. They are pleading to Fixer, who is like a wizard who's standing here, and then Ghana is here. I haven't figured out Ghana's class, maybe Barbarian or something like that. And then we have Rico, and I think we were deciding he has a pot helm, but we couldn't decide if he was going to be a goblin or if he was going to be like a dwarf. Dwarf would be fun, because that way I could have an excuse to draw a beard. No, I mean, it takes forever to find someone that can try to match the effort you're willing to put into RP. Like, a few times you write out 3 whole paragraphs and get a 2-sentence response and just feels so disappointing. Well, unfortunately, that's because the RP scene these days is not really as what it used to be. I mean, you might be able to find some good RP on Balmung, but for that, it's going to be a little more skewed towards the sexy side of things. And you will find RP groups that will do full scenarios that are not like just sexy times, but it might be a little bit harder. Okay, so ring here, and then I want... There's his pointer. And I want it just over the edge. He's holding on to everything he can. So sad, man. So sad, so gay. Okay. It's really fun because I'm so excited to actually color this piece, like when I get to that point to like finish it. And I hate coloring. I hate coloring the piece. I hate coloring pieces. I just don't know why. I'd rather do line art forever and just like not color it. But man, things look so good when you finally color and like rend it all out, and just it looks so nice. Damn it, why do I have to have that skill? Right, it can take a while to find the right someone to mesh with to RP. Yeah, and even then, sometimes it might be like specific characters that they, or like archetypes that they really excel at for RP. A good way, sad and gay, you're interested? Heck yeah. I think it was last stream that I mentioned that Casimir was definitely going to be like a priest or something like that, and I had made an offhand comment. I said, well, the only person that he's banging is gonna be Keegan. RP is a good writing practice if you find someone decent. It's wading through single sentence Susans that's hard. Yeah, it can be very hard, but it's okay. And what I really like about this piece is the fact I want to make it so that we have Keegan in like internal, like intense agony. Like, this poor man looks so sad. And I want everyone reaching out to him like they know Casimir is either like beyond help or he will for sure some way or another come back. Either way, they're more focused on comforting Keegan than they are for Casimir. Because I mean, this man's all quilled up to hell and back. And so I want it so that they're reaching out to him, but they're not touching him. Nobody's touching him. Like one of those old Renaissance paintings of like, you can feel the emotion and like nobody can bear to touch them type deal. Do I want it tragic? Yes, I want it tragic. I would love it tragic. Make it tragic. But yeah. Funny that this started from a drawing prompt and has gone on from there. It's so good. I know, right? I also, when I was drawing early, I had previously on Dragon Ball Z, when I was drawing Keegan, I had his nose really straight and I was like, that just doesn't look good. And so I broke his nose, and like it took me forever to break his nose in a way that I was satisfied with. And that sounds really horrible when I say it out loud, but that's literally how it's, you know, how it's set. Okay, and then he is pulling at Keegan's skin here. Oh, I want to give him claws. Also, I adore how emotive your rig is. Even this is actually all with whatchamacallit. This is all with mouse tracking. So it's tracking my mouse right now. So when I look down, my eyebrows and stuff lower, and when I go up, they raise and my eyes get a little wider. I lean depending on which way I go, and I have the tilt attached to everything. And then a lot of it is all just physics based. Yeah. Cause so look. So I can be like, oh, I don't like that at all, and then I can be like, oh, I do like that. yeah. It's all set up through live2d. Oh, I have stuff. I'm writing it out so it like a better like step-by-step guide, and then I'll send it to you. But yeah, it's all rigged. It is all rigged. I have. Hold on, let me check it. I'm pretty sure it's like basically it's puppeteering, but I'm doing it with my mouse. And so I picked up the trick of having the eyebrows and the emotive stuff reactive to like my up and down version, my Y movement for my mouse from another creator. Bless you and thank you. No worries. I wanted to make sure that when I sent it, it wasn't just like a jumble of stuff. I've got it. Oh, wait, hold on. I can show you my... I think I have my real model set up. Hang on. I gotta go down here real fast to make sure that when my new actual model, like, well, it's not my new model, it's the old model, comes on screen, that it's not like, you don't get flash boobies. Hold on one second. Because I have a version rigged to my mouse. Okay, this is the mouse. Oh, is it the vampire version that I have rigged to mouse? Okay, that's the vamp mouse, Scrungle Baby. We're on Scrungle Baby right now. Mind basic mouse. Ah, here it is. Okay. Please have close. Oh no, heaven forbid. I mean, it's fine. I technically have like underlayers on stuff, so it's fine. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so this one is also rigged all to mouse movements, and it has the brows up and then brows down. Oh, look. Oh, see that? You see how the eye is blinking weird? Oh, okay. I see how it is now. That is not supposed to be happening. Why is that happening? That's reactive to something else. That is... that's sound reacting. Hold on. Let me switch that setting. I'm in live2d right now. Hold on. Okay. That should be mouth smile. What is that? Oh, it's mouth frequency. That should not be that. So I want to do mouse. It's just a little stress switch. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not stressed at all. Mouse. I could technically show you guys what I have. So I want to do X and Y with this. So if I go up here, down here, and mouth form, that is not it. I smile, left, select, so we go up. And then why? Oh, that's the other one. Oh, that's so funny. That's the other one. Okay. So this should be position Y, mouth smile Y. We gotta do the right eye. Smile eye right. Parameter I'll smile voice volume. Oh, there it is. Okay, so mouse. Position Y, select. So if we look up, we're a little happier. If we look down, we're not as happy. And I want the eyebrows to come down on this. You know what? Fuck it. Hang on. I'll show you here live. Technically, this is still art. This will count as art still. 1 second. We could go over to live2d real fast. Hang on. Let me back up a little bit. Okay. Where's my capture for this? This is physics window, Clip Studio. We'll just capture it live. That's fine. Okay. Window capture. Live2d. This is not live2d. What is this? vtube Studio. vtube Studio. This one. And then we do this one. Ta-da! There we are. And be automatic. Capture cursor. Okay, is it not working? Oh no, why are you not working? Okay, it sees this, but it's not seeing my model. Hold on. I have to capture it a different way. Alright, it doesn't like that capture format. No worries, no biggie. Easy, easy, easy eating pancakes. No, I don't want to do display capture. Can I do it this way? Is that still, that's still the same one? Can I capture this game? Will it let me capture this game? vtube. Oh, I think it's gonna work this time. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, here. I'll show you, I'll just show it to you here. We'll talk about live2d. Okay, okay, so here's I have stuff set up. So I have it set up so my eye smile is going off of position mouse Y, up and down. So I look up and I get happy, and I look down and I get kind of less happy. And then I want to do my eyebrows. So all of these parameters, it is 100% art. It is 100% art. So I want to find my eyebrows on here. Oh, I don't have eyebrows on here. Okay, no worries. I smile, I write. All right, that's fine. I'll add it in here. Oh, this is for chat's voice for their model, which we don't need right now. That's fine. So let me add this in. So input, I would like to go ahead and do, this again is going to be mouse position Y. And this is going to output to brow, B-R-O, brow Y, select. So if we go up, it goes up. And if we go down, it goes down. A little mad. So again, if we go up, surprise. If we go down, it gets a little mad. And this is going to be right eyebrow. Technically, it's left eyebrow. I'll label it left eyebrow. Eyebrow. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll add another one here. It'll be right eyebrow. Right eyebrow. The best thing about like getting in here, so these are all the settings. So if you go into vtube Studio, I was on the wrong page. Let me make this a little smaller. Technically, this is still art. We're not doing Minecraft, so it's not against my rules. Okay, it's not against my rules. And I don't have, like, the tracking for the mouth for this one is not working because I have it set up purely on, like, voice volume. And the voice volume does not track as well, which is fine. That's kind of why I go with, like, one of the gremlins. So in here, you go to your settings, and then you come up to the little figure. And when you hover, it says model settings. And then in here, you can change around any of these. So we're going to do the right eyebrow. So input, I'm going to have it read off of my mouse position Y, select. And again, we're going to do brow RY, so we can select. So then we go up, we get a little happy, and we go down, we're a little mad. And then I can emphasize this even more. So I'm going to add 2 more. Because I have parameters where it change the forms for everything. Yeah, so like, say for example, I want to set it up so it looks like I'm looking differently than I am. So if I go over to the left, I'll look left and I'll go right. But I can switch it up here and I can go into face left and right. And these 2 numbers I can switch, so I can do -1 and this will be 1, and then it'll go the opposite way. This is really handy. I switch this around. Say I'm doing a game on like one monitor and I want to have it tracking a little bit better. I think it looks better from like a certain angle for my model. So I'd be like, oh, I'm looking at this monitor over here. But technically, I like the way the model looks more going this way. So I will have the model look the opposite way. And then that way it'll look nice in capturing, which is really good. And then basically you have to get used to like puppeteering stuff. Same thing as like when you're doing just like a regular model and like you have to learn how to like pose. Show chat my pretty side. Yeah, basically. I've got it set up. Oh, here, I'll show you Scrunkle Baby. We'll go back to Scrunkle Baby. And oh yeah, ignore all of the models and stuff on here. Just ignore all of them. It's fine. Okay, Scrunkle Baby. This is basic Scrunkle Baby. This is Scrunkle Baby Mouse. Okay, so we have Scrunkle Baby here. So getting to know how the model reacts and how things look when you're doing stuff is really important. So if we go into settings, you can see in the settings here, I had the same stuff set up. So face, left and right rotation, it's going off of my mouse X. So depending on which way I have stuff set up, it'll track it. Now you can have it set up, go back into the input and have it track your face. So what I like to do is I will duplicate my model in the files. So I'll have two and I will label them Scrungle Baby Mouse, and then I'll label the other one just Scrungle Baby, or like whatever I have it named. You can do icons for stuff too, but I usually kind of get lazy with it. But yeah, that's how I have it follow stuff. And then basically it's like you have to puppeteer it a little bit, which is fine. I tend to be pretty expressive and talk with my hands anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. And so this is VTube Studio that I'm capturing fully, and then what you see in here on screen is the Sprout capture, and the Sprout is a plugin that you can use for VTube Studio that is much easier on your computer for OBS to capture, and you have less issues with like slowdown and stuff like that. It's really nice. But yeah, I'm like working on typing it all out so it's like a little bit easier with like pictures and stuff like that, because I didn't want to send you just like a little spiel. I mean, I could send a spiel, but I didn't want to overwhelm you or throw anything else. The only thing that kind of sucks with tracking with a mouse, if you take your hand off of it, things just kind of stay where they are, and then you're kind of like just there. You're just there. What you could do if you didn't want to have to stress about stuff too much, you can have it set up so you can have like mixed tracking. So say the model looks a specific way with your mouse and you have like auto blinking and some stuff set up normally like this, but say you have it actually tracking like your mouth and stuff like that. Thank you for showing me. And no worries, I'll happily read whatever you send me. Okay. I'll send you something on how to like optimize your model and a couple of other stuff like that. Yeah, it's a bad example for me showing you stuff right now because it's like I don't have tracking or anything on and like all that other stuff. I mean, wait, I could show you a little bit in live2d. No, we're not doing a whole live2d stream again. I did that already like previously. I'm gonna edit it. I'm still working on editing that actually, so that there's like a clean tutorial for like how to use live2d and like stuff like that. But yeah. There's so much good stuff in VTube Studio here that people don't realize. Oh wait, here, while we're here, hold on. While we're here, let me show you this cool thing. Okay, let me show you this other thing. Let me turn this back on. Okay. Here, I'm gonna show you how to hide stuff on your model. Okay, so we're gonna go to settings again. We're gonna go up to, what is it? Model settings. And then down here, we're gonna go to customize model. And what we're going to do is we're going to customize multiply or screen color for art meshes. This is going to be your bread and butter. This is how you're going to make yourself bald if you don't have a built-in toggle. Select it. And then what you're going to do is you can do it a couple different ways. You can select the part from the model and it'll pop up over here. Or you can search through, sorry, I accidentally exited it. Or you can search through everything and you can be like, here, I would like to hide... this is where labeling stuff comes in play. So if your stuff is not labeled, you may have a better bet of like selecting it here. So you can select this and then you can have it actually grab it. And this is the long curl. And you can have it set up like this so you can change it so that it is invisible. Ta-da! Or you can set it up and you can like change the color. Ta-da! Oh, that's baby poop color. I don't want that on. There we go. Ta-da! And the best thing about this, say for example, you're like, oh, I want to have like a theme going or something like that. Yeah, it's super handy. It is like, yeah, it is baby poop color. Let's do this. Let's make it a white color. Can I make it? I may not be able to make it a white color because my hair, the way my hair coloration is. Yeah, I can't make it a hair like that. So you can make it any color and you hit okay. And then what you can do is you can copy this. So Control C and you can okay, or you can hit okay. And then, okay. And then you're going to go to the next layer piece that you want to do. And if you're not sure what layer piece it is, you can select the little eye icon and it'll flash for you, which is real handy. So you can select it. how you want to do it, and then you can paste or hit paste last multiply color, and boom. So if all of your layers are labeled correctly, then you'll have an easier time. If they're not labeled correctly, you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time, but that's okay. It might just take a little bit of ignoring what it says for the layers names over here. I'll hit OK, and then OK, and then just selecting them off like the side. So you can like grab a random piece, making sure that you have it, and then looking over here and then hitting the eye icon until you're sure that's exactly what you need. And then, oh fuck, hang on, I exited it. Oh fuck. Fuck. Okay. What is it? Well, I was changing this one. This is my middle bang piece. So, flash, do the little slide, and then you can still do the paste, the last one, or you can change this to whatever you'd like. And making it sheer is just really fun. Changing stuff around, you just go down to A and you make it invisible. Bam, look at that, look at that. I do not have a ball toggle on this model, so if I was doing a ball toggle, that's how I do it. Hit OK, and then hit OK. And then you can turn them all off and turn them back on. Yeah. If you'd like. You can also change the opacity, and that's really handy. Say, for example, you have a section here and you're like, you know, I really like this, but I don't like it as like intense, like you want a scarf or something that's like a little sheer. You can switch that and change that around however you'd like, which is really easy. Now some model makers, depending on who you got your model from, may not be super happy with that, but you're not destroying the model, and you may have to check to see what sort of copyright you have with it. Some model makers have hidden stuff underneath layers, so it may not look super great. If you have like here, I can show you on this one. Hang on, let me hit OK. So like you see this little line? Get out of here. See that little line across my forehead? Right there where the edge of my scalp sits? I fucked up, and there's just skin and stuff sitting there. Look, you can see it when I highlight my skin. This is because I fucked up on this model and I did it in 6 hours. So some other artists may hide stuff like that in there. So if it's in there, don't stress. Don't stress it. Yeah. Go back to being normal. Yeah, Lamau, 6 hours is really good. I did it with my offhand too. I did it all on stream. I did it with my offhand. We have this body, and then there's this body. This is my favorite one. This one comes in multiple outfits. We have this outfit, of course. We have our regular outfit. We have a nice, lovely, relaxed t-shirt, which is this one. Look at that. I love a casual t-shirt. We have a fancy dress version. We love it. Look how fancy that is. That is good for every party. We have a party outfit. Look at that. Super party. It's a stick boob model. It is a stick boob model. It is. I gotta go back through all of my stuff. Okay, we're in the regular one. I have a party hat. Ta-da! And then this is our super party hat. Ta-da! And then, what else? Oh, we have the guns, of course. And then we have other things that we can do. We have a clown nose. The mustache, which I sold from one of my other models. Blush. Glasses. This one's also stolen from another model. This is... Oh, I can get rid of my guns. I can have a controller. Look at that. Fancy. Ooh, we're playing games. I have a mic in case I have an important announcement I need to just bang out there. Oh, no ads! It's okay. I'll wait. Mic check. Okay. Oh, it's 57 seconds. I'll wait right here. In fact, I will pause looking intensely at the camera while we wait. Bang out. Oh, that looks weird when I have it hanging off screen. It looks like I'm like... doing something weird off screen. But anyway, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. So I have different items that I can hold in my hand. So I have like a mic This is a microphone. Okay, this is a big microphone. Yeah, what it seemed to come back to, you should see when I get raids. I'll have a raid and they'll come in and we're talking about like lactation or some weird shit like that. But I have a mic, I have a controller so we can game, and then I have a drink. This is where all the effort in the model went to. Look at the physics on this thing. Wow, wow. I swear it's a mic and not a flashlight, guys. Exactly. It's not. It's a mic. Yo, hell yeah, drink physics. My main model has drink physics as well. It's way better on my main model. Hey, let me switch over real fast. You know what? Let me do the vamp model. The vamp model is a little bit more updated than that one is, so we'll go back to the vampire model that we did for Halloween. Little jelly, vamp, mouse. Which mouse version is? Vamp mouse, there it is. Okay. Oh wait, hang on. This one pops in naked. Hang on. Avert thine eyes. Okay, we're off screen just a little bit. We're good. Okay, so this, and then I have to turn on this one? Is it this one? Fuck, hang on. Oh, here, vamp color, vamp dress. Okay, now we have clothes on. Okay, we're good. Let me do the short hair. I don't like the long hair version. So we have the mouse for this one. This one I did not really optimize for mouse tracking. But I do have quite a few things. Oh, no, that's my yandere toggle. I don't need that one. Where is hands? All of my stuff is like in one folder for my hotkeys right now. So hold on. So we have, oh yeah, here we have my wine glass. This one, this is the one that I really like. And look, this little mushroom. And depending on what coloration I have my outfit set to, I have a switch on this. So if I palette change, the color of the wine changes too, which is really fun. This is my favorite outfit. Without the jelly, I don't like with the jelly. This, oh my god, this is my favorite outfit of all time. This is the one, yeah, the bros having the time of their life. He is, look how happy he is in that wine glass. Look at him. Look, he's so happy. He's so happy. Look at him. Ah, he's so cute. What's really funny is, so from far away, you can't really see him. He just looks like something in my glass, which is also really fun. But yeah, this one we did for quite a while. Oh, you can't even really see it. Let me see if I can get in to see it. There is physics on the blood in the vial on my earring. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it very well, but there are it is physics. There are physics on the little earring piece, which is fun. Oh yeah, and chat blinks the whole way. But yeah, this model was really fun. You can tell a little bit. It's so good. I love this model. This model is like fabulous. It's built off my main model though. And this one is it's a little more optimized, but it's not quite as optimized as like some of my newer stuff. I have an updated model that I'm working on that I still have not yet finished with all of my hand positions, because I had to update all of my like textures. That's the word. All of my textures. So yeah, that's still in the work for everything. And yeah. So I'm gonna exit this. We're gonna switch back to Scrungle Baby, and I'm gonna refocus in for sure about stuff. Oh my god, look at all the different versions. Where's Scrungle Baby? Oh, I did have Perfect Bob on here. It's like a version of Perfect Bob. I think this is one of the older versions. Yeah, it is. It is, because it's not, there's no dot in there, so it's an older version. Yeah, where's Scrungle Baby? Scrungle Baby, there it is. Yeah. Anyway, you should learn how to do live2d so you can just make all kinds of cool stuff. Hell yeah, thanks for the demonstration. No worries. Let me switch back here. Just bam. Okay. We're gonna keep it up with the stick figure bit for a little bit. So yeah. learn live2d so you can also make a little fucked up creatures. Yeah, it's way easier than you think it is. It's way easier than you think it is. In fact, the amount of like really crazy stuff that you can do with it is just so fun. It's just so fun. Even if it's just to make little like meme figures that you can just have fun with, it's fun. It's always fun. I keep trying to get more people to learn it. It's way easier than it used to be. Like, when I started learning live2d, there was like not a whole lot of tutorials on anything. Yeah. There's not a lot of tutorials on anything when I started, and there's a ton of tutorials now. You can like go and ask questions. People will answer them, or at least a lot of people will answer them. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people will. Okay, we gotta bean it out. We gotta make a little couple beans. Okay, and I want to give him claws, so we're gonna do a little bit of skin indentation where his claws are digging into Casimir's face. Time to use your free will to the fullest extent. Exactly. Why not make a little fucked up creature that has a really extremely advanced physics on a drink and literally just a bust? You remember the tracking points that on that mushroom I did? Yeah. All the tracking. You're gonna make me open up live2d. All of the little mesh points on some of the figures are really intense. I could pull up Scrungle Baby. I could pull up Scrungle Baby. Hold on. I promised we were gonna work on stuff. We're still working on art. We're still working on art. Hang on, I'm gonna launch live2d real fast. Hold on, 1 second. Why do something when you can just show this? Is this the setup? This should be the setup for it. It's loading. You gotta give it a moment. Why aren't you loading? Ha! There we are. Oh, you can see my screen. Look at all the programs I have. Yay! Okay. Let's open Scrungle Baby. Scrungle Baby's the one that loads the fastest. So we can look at all of these. All of the mesh points on this. Repair. It's gonna be crazy. Oh god, why? Hang on, I gotta move myself over here so you can see. Look at that. All these little mesh points. Ooh. That's horrific. That's the bee's knees and my rotation deformers and stuff like that. Yeah. This it's really heavy around the mouth. I have a lot of different stuff in everything. So many. Well, in each one, some of these are a little bit different. So let me go. Oh, there is a bald toggle in here. Oh, I didn't know there was a bald toggle. I forgot. It's not rigged on anything. It's just here so I can like see the body. What is it? Here's the body toggle. Yeah. So you can see how I duplicated one arm and I didn't even bother to like make it on its own side. It just flips over. And then I can select one of these pieces. Let's do this. And then you can see the mesh for each piece. And it just basically tells the system, hey, all of this is one piece, and this is the information and the color stuff is held within the grid in these certain sections, and that's, it's bald. Okay, that's pretty bald. I mean, there's like a buzz cut going on. There is a buzz cut going on. Do I have the bald toggle rigged up here? Hang on. I don't think I have it on a hotkey. Wait! Oh, I forgot I had the crayon in this model. Fuck yeah! Okay, so we're crayoning it up right now with stuff. And I haven't had any alcohol either, chat. I promise. But yeah. live2d is way easier than it used to be. You can do the head rotation and stuff like that. You can see where I really was like, fuck it. You could tell where I was getting tired with stuff. Look how long my neck is. Just natural enthusiasm. Love to see it. Heck yeah, we do. What was it? Expression. Oh, this is the expression bobble. So if I have like my anger toggle on, this just tells everything to bounce. Bounce on it, crazy style. But yeah. let me turn this off. We're gonna go back to clips video. But yeah, that is it. Mr. Clean is bald. Buzzcut is Eminem. Is it Eminem? Would it be an Eminem with a real Slim Shady? Please stand up. Please stand up. That's somewhere on my playlist here. No, that's somewhere on here. Somewhere. But yeah. That is, ta-da! That is just a really rough out, like, really quick and dirty information for, like, live2d and stuff like that. There's also, like, a bunch of tricks and stuff that you can do for specifically for, like, model optimization. I would pull up my stuff and show you, but my phone is currently dead at the moment, so I can't pull up my tracking information on my stuff. Cause my phone is dead. I let it die earlier, and so yeah, I can't show you any like the tracking optimization stuff. But here pretty soon I'll pull it up. Usually you remember Eminem with his buzz cut phase. I do definitely remember his buzz cut phase. I think more than anything else for his hairstyles for the majority of them. Okay, and we're gonna give him some nice claws. Ooh, oh god damn, that's a nice nail. Everybody looks better with fangs and nails and corsets and high heels. No gender. Every gender. Everybody looks better like that. Yes! Yes! Exactly. Why gender lock something that everybody looks fucking great in? Okay. That's not long enough. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna drop the opacity on this. Yeah, heels, nails, blades, mascara. Check for my napalm error. I swear to God, I'm never gonna do a karaoke stream except for if my audio fails again, and then you guys will have to listen to it. But I have thought about making it a redeem so that you guys can turn off the audio for something, and then I would have to make the sounds myself. But I think I would do less screaming, because I screamed so much in that stream that I lost my voice for like the next 2 days. And then I went back to the recording, and what made me mad, you guys could not hear any of the screaming that I did. Here, I can turn on... Hang on. I can turn on the mouse sounds. The mouse sounds, it pisses me off. Hold on. What is it? The commands, so it's mouse. To be mouse sounds. Dang! Yeah, it is. Hang on. Mouse. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to enable. And then I'm going to enable. Bang! Bang! So if I right click, bang, 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 and then if I left, no, this is left click, bang, 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 bang. And then if I right click, it's me reloading. I gotta turn that off though. That kills me. That makes me like, it's so funny. Hang on, group, disable all. Bang. Okay, I disabled it. And then like, oh god, that was the funniest stream I think I've ever done. And considering the fact, thank you, I'll take a big old tippy sip. Considering the fact that I have, I want to go back and I want to like re-edit and add more sounds into it, so that it sounds as good as what I thought it sounded like on this side. It'd be funny. It would have been funny if you had a randomizer on the sounds one, and one of them was just like a question tone at the end. Bang. Wait, hang on. Let me write that down on a sticky note. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm gonna use a mini sticky note because I can't find my big pink ones right now. So we have a mini yellow one. Where's my pin? Here's my pin. Okay. Random sounds. Please, that's so good. Heck yeah. I'm writing it down. Okay. Randomized sounds. Mouse. I can do that. That's pretty easy to do. Considering I whipped that up, I'm gonna stick that on this monitor. Considering I whipped that up during the stream after I had already done my Scrungle Princess crown, and we had so much scuff. Oh my god, I was getting frustrated. I was gonna be like, fuck it. This is the worst ending to the year of all time. And then it wasn't exporting, and then I couldn't get it to export, and then I had so much trouble with it. That was like, I was getting ready to have a little baby rage happen. But we did it. We solved it. Okay, so I'm going to draw his hand now, and then I'm going to do some gauntlet and stuff on it. It'd be really funny. I'm gonna post. I am editing the clips right now of some of the clips that I had pulled of me, like da 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 da. Yeah, you curse the New Year's with Scuff with that New Year wish. I mean, I can't really say that you cursed it. I am naturally gifted with Scuff. It's just in my blood, you know? It's just a part of me. You know, like, you have some that are like, you're destined for greatness, son, and then, like, you're just destined for Scuff, kid. And, like, that's just my lot in life, okay? My Scuff is my claim to fame, I guess. Scuff is, rough, but that's okay. I'm pretty tough. Okay, should I put him in gloves? Yeah, the Scuff taketh and the Scuff giveth and the Scuff taketh away. Exactly. It really does. It really does. Okay, so I have this here, and then I want, like, he's digging in a little bit to Casimir's skin. Not intentionally, it's just happened. Oh my goodness, it's a parody song. Out another. I'm trying not to sing along, but I really love this song. Okay. Not gonna die young. Okay. And again, I want him digging into this. Da, 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 da. Wait, you think you know the song, Lamau? Oh my god! I mean, this is on my, like, usual rotation of playlists, but it's so funny. It's on YouTube. It used to be on YouTube. It may not be on YouTube anymore. I don't know if it's still on YouTube. You'll have to check it. You'll have to check it for sure. And if it is, then heck yeah. If it's not, I'm sad, and at least I have a copy of it still. Yeah! Okay, hang on. I want to change how I have the fingertips on this. First one to die. He's a funny guy. This does have spoilers, though. If you've never seen Attack on Titan, I'm so sorry. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. It's so funny though, like going back and rewatching some of the older anime that I used to watch, like when it was premiering, I can see at the beginning like how many things they changed. You're gonna lurk for a bit, have fun with the art. Thank you, no worries. Enjoy you lurk. Yay! And you can see sometimes in some series how you're like, oh, they had no idea what they were doing here. They totally, they did not come up with like a good state of where they were going to go for like how the animation is supposed to sit and flow until like way later. And you're like, oh, I can tell. Ooh, I can tell. Okay, and then let me hide this. Oh, not bad, not bad. I still might change this up a little bit. I think I might give him gloves. It's still on YouTube? Fuck yeah, it's still on YouTube. Okay, I'm glad it's still on YouTube. I loved the parody for this. It's so good. Not a chance. Okay, and then I want to do this. And then this. Oh, actually, I don't need this cut off on this finger. That's always really funny, like, coming back and, like, you do a line and you're like, nah, I don't need that, I don't need that. I changed my mind. Yeah. Oh, I wish to make him very sad. Penny for your thoughts. Oh my god, I love this song. I peed on my pants. Oh no, I can't say that on stream because the clip is not gonna have the song in it. It's just gonna be me saying that, and then there's no. Oh fuck, there's no audio on that now. Who? Alright, I think I'm gonna give him gloves, and then I'm gonna do some hand and knuckle and finger armor. They did. Okay, I don't need this hand anymore. Or at least I don't need that sketch hand anymore. Yeah. We wish Keegan to be sad. Be sad, my man, be sad. Alright, I'm gonna add armor pieces onto this. You know what? I want to change a couple sections around. I lied. I said we weren't gonna touch too much of it. I lied. I'll be your backpack while you run. Ooh. Out there on the beach. I promised you guys I wouldn't do a karaoke stream, and then here I am like singing on stream. Well, it's like not really good singing, it's just me like being really shit at it, which is really funny. The stick song is the only good thing the sequels gave us. No, I mean I don't mind the sequels. I thought they were good, you know, in their own way. You just definitely can't compare them to the originals. Much better. That's a good desperate man we like to see. Okay, and then I would like to... I think I want to change this knuckle right here. That's good. Whoops. By Boulder. Good, sure. I mean, they could be worse. I think the main issue is the fact that the original movies were not what Lucas had actually filmed. That's what the results were of his wife editing, or his ex-wife at this point. His ex-wife editing the chaotic filming that he had done into a cohesive storyline. She's the one who added the romantic tension between everybody and stuff like that. She was the one who made sense of his actual movies. You know, he did not do a great job. And honestly, I think honestly, sorry, I didn't consider somehow Palpatine Returns to be good. Okay, look, there is a Worthy Kids episode that I think you need to watch that helps explain it. 1 second. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta go to their channel real fast. Hold on 1 second. Where is it? Here it is, Palpatine's Journey. Okay. There. Copy. Oh yeah, he didn't survive. He was not vaporized. They threw him down a big shaft. They shafted him. Okay, you gotta watch that, and then come back. That explains exactly how he survived. In a much better fashion. I love Worthy Kids, man. They're so funny. Such a good animation team. You know what? I'm not... maybe I'm touching it too much for this finger. Let me go back to what I had. You have to let me know once you watched it. You have to let me know once you watched it. Please. I need to know your reaction to it. Shit, I should have done it while we were on voice chat so that I could hear your reaction to it. This chair is perfect for my little body. Oh god, it's so good. Okay, that's better. I think the issue I was having is I was overly focused on certain sections of the finger and not focusing on everything as a whole. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and split this up just a little bit. I have to thicken this finger up here. Oh, shit. It's fine, it's fine. I can hit Control Z. Honestly, I think that's one of the main reasons I can no longer go back to like traditional work as easily anymore is because I can't Control Z traditional works. Like it just doesn't work out. It just does not work out. Okay, that's much better. That really is better than their explanation. Well, they didn't have an explanation. In the movies, there was no explanation of wow or how he survived. In the movies, Vader does toss him down that shaft. Dead I am. Dead I would like you to be. Yes. I can't die. Death is a Jedi concept. The Jedi invented it. I love Worthy Kids, man. They're such good animators. God damn, I love their stuff. Yeah, okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put him in a glove. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in a glove. Was invented by the Jedi. There we go. Yeah. I'm not super happy with some of the smaller details, but you know what? It's fine. We're gonna cover a lot of it up anyway, so I don't know why I'm super stressed about it. I don't have to be, because, you know, YOLO. Okay, let me go ahead and add the armor pieces onto this hand, and then the glove, and other sections of said gauntlet. Here's the question. Do I make it so that the claws are part of his hand or they're part of his gauntlet piece? But yeah, no, usually if a story is good, you can gloss over a few plot holes, but sometimes the holes are so big, there's no plot holes anymore. Oh yeah, then it's just lace. Then you're just filming lace. And everybody loves lace, right? Lace looks so good on everybody. You know, coffee tables, curvy ladies, curvy guys, DILFs. The DILFs are high up there. Coffee pots. Oh, hi, kitty. Hang on, the cat opened the door. Give me a second. Hi, baby. Hello, handsome. What you doing, my man? Hi, hello, hi. You coming for a snack? A snack. You can come in for a snack, that's fine. Okay, here's what we're gonna do now. So I like this hand, so I'm gonna switch this over. Oh wait, I can't switch that over to that. Let's do it this way. I'll switch it over this way so I can kind of see it still. So I wouldn't call somehow Palpatine Returns a plot hole. I mean, it is a pretty big plot hole. You know, it's a gatekeeping chasm. Yeah, it's a plot chasm. That's it. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. You know, they were actually supposed to do another movie that was supposed to fill in some of the plot holes a little bit more, and it followed Ben Solo, and then they killed him off and they can't do it anymore. I loved Ben, man. I love Ben Solo. He's so good. So good. I liked his character. I liked the angsty, angry man. Okay. Let's do knuckle armaments. Yeah, let's do that. Hi, kitty. What you doing? Are you gonna come sit with me? Dude, I love Finn. Oh, I love Finn. Especially first movie Finn. Oh my god, first movie Finn was hilarious. Oh, he walked away. Finn and Poe. I loved Poe. Poe was great. I have a replica of his jacket that I had helped somebody else make. The rest of the cast was shit. No, they weren't. They were not. Let me switch this up. I'm not caring for... I like this section, so we're gonna do this. Much better. Okay. You know what's really funny? I probably didn't have to go that hardcore on the shape of his hands because I'm just throwing gauntlets on him. Remember all the hype they tried to give Phasma for like the 2 seconds she ended up on screen? Yeah, that's true. She was on there for longer than 2 seconds. Okay, I loved Phasma. Well, she's based off of a character from the book series that they retconned. Like, they never explain the reason why her suit is silver. Her suit is silver is because she literally took a Star Destroyer and she crafted it into her own armor. It was longer than 2 minutes. I remember Tall Hot Ladies well enough. I'm pretty sure she was on there longer than 2 minutes. I bet you it's like technically like 5 or 6 minutes in like screen time total. Tell me. I bet you're gonna have to do some math. It was 1 minute and 37 seconds. Oh, fuck. No! I thought I was lacking in tall armored lady time. What the hell was that? Was that in my headset or was that in the song? Shit, that sounded horrific. It's like my audio is glitching out. Ooh, that is not the correct shape for that. But yeah, the reason that she got so hyped is because she's so cool in the books. The little clip sound that was in the song, oh my god, what the hell was that audio glitch then? It sounded horrible on my side. It did sound bad, yeah, it was like sound. I didn't think this file had gotten corrupted, but maybe it did. But But yeah, she was big in the books, and she actually had made her armor from a Star Destroyer that had crashed. I think she actually destroyed the Star Destroyer and then crafted it into her own armor. Like, really hardcore, super badass. And they never explain it in the movies, like, why she has silver armor or anything else like that, and I'm so bummed. She's such a cool character, and they really... I feel like they wasted her. And it's really funny because I really like the actress who plays her too. Like, she does a good job and all kinds of stuff. Because she did Game of Thrones and she did fabulous in there. My only complaint about her role in Game of Thrones is she was too pretty. Remember the scene where they rode horse things on top of ships, and for some reason the ships don't just flip to throw them off? Well, it's because they were in atmosphere. And yeah, I don't know why they didn't just flip to throw them off. Who knows? Who knows? So they can't just leave the atmosphere? Well, I think they had taken damage to their engines or something. I'd have to rewatch it. I'm sure there's like some thinly veiled excuse in there somewhere, I bet you. It was so dumb. Well, I mean, I don't think it was dumb. I think it just was not executed properly. Are you leaving me already, mister? Oh, hang on, the cat needs to go back outside. Give me a second. The writing was so bad, and don't get me started on the mess that was the Haldo maneuver. Yeah, I think they did an okay job on the Haldo maneuver. There, I said it. I think they didn't do that bad a job on it. I think it turned out fine. I really do wish that they should have told their senior officers. I don't know why they didn't tell the senior officers. That was kind of a fudge up on their part. They just wanted to add tension and drama. They wanted to add tension and drama. You know what? I just don't like this. I spent all this time on this. I'm gonna delete it and we're gonna start over. Look at that, no biggie. But I do think I'm gonna add the claws into the gloves. No, it doesn't make sense for it to exist. It does, the way they had it set up. So now anything with hyperspeed can take out a massive ship? Yes. In the books, they did it several times. Again, the books that they've retconned, that they said are no longer canon, but they still pull a lot of stuff from. Yeah. It's basic science. If you take something going at super high sonic speeds and you throw it at another object that is at a slower speed, or even possibly stationary, at least compared to the other moving object, it will tear through it. Okay, yeah, I like the idea of having the claws on the gloves themselves. Why the fuck would you ever build big ships if smaller ships would be able to easily blow it up? Because it requires sacrifice. Or at least it would require the sacrifice of materials. And if okay, hold on. Okay, hang on. We're gonna talk a little bit about economics. Okay. So, going on with this, just to be able to build ships and to do interstellar travel would cost quite a bit of like natural resources, as well as funding personnel and then feeding the personnel and easily dispensable stuff to be able to feed, house, clothe the personnel, the whole shebang. So that itself is going to be a huge, massive cost. Adding into the fact that there was a lot of infighting and a lot of stuff like that, and a lot of stuff was destroyed over time by interfighting different factions, the rebellion and everything else like that, there would have actually been a massive amount of debt in the empire itself. If you add on to that already huge baseline of debt, you would have also the cost of the starship itself that Luke had destroyed, and that would have cost tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of money, personnel, and material costs, as well as maintenance costs and stuff like that for the actual stuff itself. Not to mention like all of the shipyards and the repairs and everything else like that for anything around in the surrounding area for like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles. It would have cost a huge amount for any larger ship to be destroyed or anything else like that. The same way it would for any tanker or anything else these days to actually be destroyed. There's a reason why a lot of older ships, instead of being put out and like taken down and taken apart, and like just like scrapped easily, they have to have like a specific type of crew. Why the fuck would you ever build big ships? I already read that one. You have to have like a very specialized crew to actually break them down. Didn't some TIE fighters have hyperdrives? Oh no, TIE fighters did not have hyperdrives. You had some long range fighters, but they were not TIE fighters. TIE fighters were specifically for close combat around larger ships. They were basically the guard ships for the other ships themselves. That's why when Han Solo and the gang first come across a little TIE fighter and they start to follow it in the Millennium Falcon in the first movie, Luke actually is the one who points it out. He's like, look at that TIE fighter. And then I think Obi-Wan, it was either Obi-Wan or Solo who was like, it's odd for it to be all the way out here all by itself. It's because they're meant to be fighting around larger ships. They're basically the guard ships for the larger ships, the same way that we have guard ships for the larger ships that we have sailing on the sea. If that makes sense. You have like the escorts. And the escorts are able to be much faster, to be able to move a lot more, to be able to be more heavily equipped. They would also be able to do a lot more in terms of like easy manufacturing ability. So you'd be able to pump out a bunch of smaller fighters and then put all your effort into a large tanker or a large starfighter or whatever big ship, and then have that carry everything, and then to drop the fighters when it gets under attack, have the TIE fighters take over, fight everything off, and then re-land and then repair, because basically it's a mobile city, would be like a starship. Because you would have to have repair, you would have to have maintenance, you would have to have housing, food, medical, entertainment, sleeping arrangements, training arrangements, the whole shebang, like within each ship. Kind of like the same way that certain, not cruise ships, but certain tankers have for like ships on Earth. I mean, it was pretty well thought out and really based off of some of the shipping setups and like especially the fighter setups that we have, or had, I should say, for a lot of modern day setups. So you'll have the big bomber planes or the big freighter planes that are carrying everything. And then you'll have the smaller ships, the smaller dogfighters that are flying around it, that are fighting off and getting rid of any encroaching or approaching targets. And you can have a smaller ship that would destroy a larger ship, but in order to move massive amounts of cargo or massive amounts of materials or personnel, or like basically have a whole moving fortress, you would have to have more mass. So it would have to be built bigger. And it would also be, in terms of like cost efficiency, instead of having like a ton of like really small ships, you would have a larger ship and have technically less material rather than having smaller ships that are enclosed and all that, and having all of that stuff built in. And rather than making the technology smaller and smaller so it could fit into smaller sections, you would have larger ships that maybe the stuff isn't super optimized, but it would be cheaper to make to be able to mass produce. So you'd have larger ships available to be able to move massive amounts of material, personnel, and the whatnot. Looked up a few things. Yeah. What'd you find? There are fighters with hyperdrives, but not TIE fighters. TIE fighters are a specific type of ship. They are the special force ones. Well, correct. But they're not technically TIE fighters. It's a different model of ship. It's a different type of ship. The same way you have like jets and then you have like really specialized types of planes. They're not quite jets. They're faster than jets. Damn, I used to know a bunch of plane models, but it's just, that has left my special interest zone. And I have deleted the information. But I can tell you what a Dilophosaurus is. The costs way less to make than big ships. Oh yeah. Smaller ships are always going to be more cost effective. However, if you make a ton of small ships, the costs add up. So you could have like one big ship versus like 20 to 25 smaller ships, and the cost would add up. And if you count the fact that you'd have to have more and more smaller ships moving the same amounts of people and materials and supplies and stuff like that, then it would be more cost effective to have a larger ship. But the TIE fighters and like the escort ships were meant to be disposable. Like a lot of the Empire's stuff is meant to be disposable. That's why the armor is kind of shit for the troopers, because they are disposable. They're disposable troops. With disposable weaponry that is not super great and stuff like that. What you're saying is put droids on smaller ships with the hyperdrives. Yeah. I mean, you could do that. However, if you put a droid into it, No, hang on, because we have the same, hang on, there's a reason they don't. No, there's a reason they don't. If you put a droid into a ship and you fly it into another ship, you have the possibility of somebody hacking into that droid or that ship and using it as a weapon against you. It would have to be a living, breathing creature. And even then, you run the high chance, the high possibility, because that's the reason that they don't do those types of missions, either in a lot of fantasy work or in IRL work, because there is a human cost to it. Even if you have a really advanced AI system, it is possible to hack it. You cannot, no, you can't, even with that, even if you remove the brake button, say something happens and there needs to be a way to be able to turn it off. You've clearly never done military strategy of any sort, have you, Shuna? My God, you need to play more war sims. It is possible to have shock troops of that caliber. However, by doing so, there isn't a definite, like cost of like living creatures that would have to be put on the line for it. Now, granted, the Empire would possibly be willing to do that because they have literally the disposable troops for like the clones and stuff like that. I like how this turned into a Star Wars rant. This is not what we intended to talk about. You can't just trigger my special interest and expect me to walk away, okay? But there would be a definite human cost to it. You would have to have, even if you had a fully droid ship, like a fully set up ship, it is possible to disable them and or hack into them and then reuse it as a particular weapon. Space is large and space is vast. If you had enough space and you hacked into a ship, you could have it turn around and reuse as a weapon into something else. You feel like it breaks a lot of things. What breaks a lot of things? It's just better not to include something like that in your canon. Well, there's specific reasons that it is in there. And it was used in a couple of the books series, actually, in the couple of book series, as a weapon, and it was last-ditch efforts with desperate troops of both sides to be able to remove a threat that they had no other way of countering, at a high cost, of course. You don't have to like it. I mean, not everything is put out there to be tailored to you. There will be some things that you're not comfortable with, or that you don't like, or that just doesn't fit, and that is art. Art is not meant for everyone. Some art is meant for specific people, and others who see it just won't like it. And then there's art that is meant for everyone that still not everyone is going to like. There's going to be still people that aren't going to be very happy with it, or there's still going to nitpick and have different things at it. I would definitely recommend, if you want a good space series to be able to read, I would recommend quite a few. There's the Halo book series is not super great. Hang on, let me see. It's the Blackjack Chronicles. Let me double check it. No, I threw a figure. No, my waifu. You're gonna read Lord of the Rings next, since you've never read Lord of the Rings. Oh my god, how can you call yourself my son? Please read Lord of the Rings. It's great. Don't start with like the extra books, okay? If you have to start somewhere, I would very strongly recommend starting out with The Hobbit. That'll ease you into it. Do The Hobbit. Do the main trilogy, and then do like the extra books, like the Silmarillion and like the whole like extra setups. I think there's a ton. But I would recommend, it's The Lost Fleet. Look up I'll send you a link to it. It's a great military strategy series that is set in space, and it deals with like what it would be like to move large objects and large ships in space and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I like it. And I had to rebuy it though. It's great. I love it. But definitely read Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. So good. I love Lord of the Rings series. Mom, you're reading Wheel of Time. You can deal with big books. Oh, I mean, it's not necessarily big books. It's the... You know what? You should start with the Silmarillion. You should start with that. You go ahead. You start with that there, babe. You go ahead. It's not a thick book. It's how much everything connects into everything else that you have to know about, like the old gods and the new gods and the angels and the archangels and the high wizards and the yeah, it's like a ton of stuff in there, like world history condensed, and like you should start with that. You should start with that. How about that? You start with that. You'll deal with that when you get there? Okay. I do like the Lord of the Rings series, though. That's another one of the series that I really, really like. I feel sorry for anyone who jumped in and to expecting art, and I'm just ranting about Star Wars for like 30 minutes or whatever. I do. God, I really love Star Wars. Just gonna start with the mainline books. Well, The Hobbit is a part of the mainline books. There's a lot of you know what? You read them however you'd like to. Who am I to tell you how to enjoy something? Are the men sad? The men are very sad. They're very sad. We're ranting about Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. We were ranting about Star Wars. Yes, we were ranting about Star Wars. Shuna was complaining that the maneuver they did in the newer movies where they had a larger ship run into a smaller ship run into a larger ship to take it out with the hyperdrive jump. And I was like, well, that is actually a thing. They do that in several of the book series, which they retconned, and they technically are not canon anymore, but that's fine. That's fine. It's not the big point. The point is that maneuvers like that have a an extremely high human cost. And even if you had a droid or pilot or anything else like that, it would not be feasible because you'd still have to have safety things in place and measures in place to be able to stop that. And I don't want to have to get into the whole shebang again, but yes, I had like a 45 to 30 minute discussion about why, but why that particular type of maneuver in a series it's not feasible in the long term, and there's a reason they build larger ships and escort ships. And then I started recommending another space series that I really love called the Lost Fleet series, which is really good. It actually deals with the Last Jedi Kamikaze Attack. And that it has a high human cost. And it's not a feasible term that's going to last a long time. There's a reason that when those types of maneuvers are used, they're used not even super long term because of how much of a cost there is to everything. Not just with materials, but with like lives and, you know, just... Anyway, we moved on. We were talking about Lord of the Rings. And I recommended Shuna to start with The Hobbit. He's never read any of the books. And I don't think he's even watched the movies. We started to watch the movies, and I think we... the Star Wars movies, specifically. And then we didn't. And it's fine. And I was like, it's not about the books being large. It's the easiest way to get started in the series is to go probably from The Hobbit, then the main storyline books, and then after that you can go for like the extras, and the ones that build upon the world and everything else like that. And Shuna's like, I can read thick books, and I was like, you know what? You go start with the Silmarillion then. You did watch them a while ago. You should rewatch them. Do it. We could do a party. We could do a watch party. We still have to continue on with that Digimon watch party that we had started. True. Yeah. Okay, and then... I totally got distracted, son of a bitch. What if we watch the extended editions together? Dude, that's so freaking long. I have the extended editions for the Hobbit series. And I think I also have the extended edition for the main series for Lord of the Rings. That is so many hours worth of stuff, though. Oh my god. I can't even remember the last time I marathoned all of them. I love the extended versions of movies, though. They're so good. I don't understand why people are like, I just don't like them. I'm like, how can you not like extended versions of movies? Not only is it more of the cool thing, it's only it is not 11 and a half hours. For all of the movies altogether, it's not 11 and a half hours. They're 4 hours each, right? 4 or 5 hours each. Where's my phone? Where the hell's my phone? It's dead, but it's somewhere. I left it somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'll find it later. It's cool. It's not a big deal. You would love to nerd out about the Shadow of Mordor and such. You gotta go to bed. Go to rest. Because you have to drive. Or you haven't driven yet. If you have driven yet, oh my goodness, go rest. If you have not driven yet, go rest because you need to go drive. And now that's 11 and a half for the original series. I'm talking with the Hobbit extended movies as well. It's not 11 hours. Because if we're going to do it the right way, we're going to do it the right way. Oh yeah, it's way more than that. Yeah, it's like 4 hours each for each of those as well. Yeah, oh yeah, that's way more. Yeah, I said that's what I've said. I just don't care for this hand. You know what? We're gonna cover it with hair. For real this time. Yeah, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. I'll lurk. Ah, go to bed. Marum, you're in the middle of the desert. You don't have 0 latency. It's fine. I know you don't have 0 latency. That's why I try and get a word in edgewise while I'm waiting for you to respond. I'm like, quick, before Shuna can respond! I am drawing, I'm drawing. I'm focusing on drawing. Before you make me go off on another tangent. I'm gonna change this. Oh, thank you, Dr. Knowles. Yeah, anyway, you want to read the Mortal Engines just because the concept of having cities on wheels fight each other is really fucking cool. It is, isn't it so cool? Oh, I think you'll enjoy the Mortal Engines series. I liked it. Another really good one I would probably recommend would be the Abhorsen series. That's another really good book series. It has to do with like necromancy and stuff like that. It's really, really good. I like it. I've actually drawn fan art for it. It's been a while though. Okay, and then I want to add more armament pieces on here. And the good news is we can fake it till we make it on this section, because everyone's gonna be too busy looking at all the sad mans. We like to look at the sad boys. Three books, I'll add that to the list. Yes. You have, shit. You have, Sabriel, L'Oreal, and Abhorsen. Yeah, Sabriel, L'Oreal, Abhorsen. And then I think there's technically a fourth book. There's a box set. Oh, sweet. Okay, you're gonna get the box set. The box set is nice. Yeah, technically there's 4 books. Oh, this means I'll get to talk to you about the disreputable bitch. Oh my god, I love him. The dog is so good. It's my favorite dog of all time. And Mogget? Oh my god, I gotta talk about Mogget. Love Mogget. Such a good character. Such a good character. Dun, dun, dun. Before you buy more books, you need to finish reading the last few books of the Wheel of Time. Yeah. Do that. Finish it, and then come back to it. Okay. Let me hide this layer. I'm not sure I really like this. I think I know what the issue is. That's my issue. Yeah, that was my issue for sure. His hand felt too big. Okay. Okay, much better. You're dragging your feet. You don't want it to end yet. Oh my god, I do that same thing all the time. It's so hard though. Like, if you really love a series, to see it end, to know that it is the... That's it. There's no more after that. Is just... It's heartbreaking. That's why I have a hard time sometimes finishing games, because I'm like, but I don't want it to end. In the last you're on the last volume technically. It was split into 3 books since Robert Jordan died before he got to write it. Oh no. I'm sorry. At least they got to finish it. Dun 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 dun. He left a lot of notes and a fully written scenes. Ooh, nice. So they basically just had to fill it in around like what he had left. That's pretty good. I tell you what, man, if any of my favorite manga go, manga authors, if they pass, that's what I hope happens. Down, 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 down. I'm still not happy with this knuckle right here, but it's fine. I'm gonna leave it. We're gonna just fucking move on. Yeah, we're just gonna fucking move on. Alright, here's how we're gonna do this next set. I'm gonna go through the same way. His wife was the editor and she picked Brandon Sanderson to finish writing them. I'm glad that she was the one who picked somebody out. I guarantee you at some point in their lives they had a discussion about if he did pass, who he wanted to finish his works. That's something I think that every kind of creative talks about or like kind of goes over, you know? Shit, I like this little hair here and I'm gonna have to cut it. I'm gonna have to cut it off. It's big sad. Okay, so this is gonna be horns. Yeah, it's gonna be part of the horns. Cut that off. And then we're gonna come down here. Again, another section of the hair. Oof, 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 oof. Okay. And then I'm gonna add in more sections of his hair. Did my playlist just like end? Okay, this is the mace. That's the chainmail ruff. It's vestments. These are layers. I don't think I need. These are layers I do not need. Okay, I had to delete some of these extra sections. I think it's on his face. It is not here. Here? That is not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. What layer are you on? What layer? This one? Not there. This one? Not there. Here? No. 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 I don't know what layers it's on. There's a note at the start of the book with Brandon recalling the day he got the call and it made you so sad you couldn't start the book. Oh, it's been in your bag for 2 weeks. You're gonna... Hang on, there's no sound here. I can't work in silence. Silence is not great for me, babes. Give me sound. Give me sound. It is silence. There's music? Oh, it's just my side? Fuck! It's because I haven't changed my headset. It's still, like, not great. Gosh, dang it. Gosh, dang it. Gosh, dang it, it's just on my side. No! And I don't know what it is. Oh my god! I can hear pop. It's just the oh my god, I can't even speak correctly right now. It's just the little audio that's like killing me right now. All right, well that, I mean, that works. I can just delete it like that. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, that was really weird. I mean, that's kind of it. That just happens. You need to turn off this fucking autocorrect. What, pop? I mean, it worked just fine. It's definitely my headset. It's how my headset, I think, is syncing up to OBS. It is definitely on my side. It's not something. You need to turn this fucking auto. Turn off this. No what? No what? No, Nay. Okay, I'm gonna do his hair coming over underneath and around this. So this is technically, this is going to be not in Casimir's folder. So I'm gonna drop this back into Keegan's art folder here. It's the apostrophe in well and left there's unfixed. It's fine. I can still read it. I still know what you mean. So this is his clutching hand. This is his legs. Ouch. Ow, that... I have a cramp in my toe. Okay, so this leg I need to change. So I have to unlock Keegan's setup here. So... I'm just gonna make a copy of the legs and then delete this. And we already know that this is going to be covered up, this is going to be covered up, and that's going to be covered up. And then this, I have this layer duplicated, so if I change my mind about this, I can add it on there. You turned it off, fuck you phone, don't tell me how to type. I mean, it's gonna try and tell you how to type. Isn't that like its job or something? I do believe that is its job. That's what you got it for, right? That's why you got a phone, right? So it can tell you how to type. That's sarcasm. That's not why you have a phone. It really bothers me that I can't hear anything. That's fine. It's fine. I'm totally not getting distracted cleaning up all these lines. Okay. I have everything set up in here. Let's switch Keegan's line art. There we go. Much better, much better. I'm gonna relock this line layer so we know what is changing and what's not changing. Don't you guys have phones? Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Oh my god, I hate that. Oh, that's pisses. Oh wait, I have to do this other hand. Ah, shit. You know what? I'm gonna do the hair and then I'm gonna come back to that other hand. Okay, we're gonna finish Casimir's hair and then we're gonna come back to that other hand. And I may have Casimir holding his hand on top of the other hand to cover it up just a little bit to really make you feel sad. Diablo Immortal was certainly a thing that happened. It was a thing that happened. Dude, I watched the announcement and stuff. Like live when it happened. I screamed and I was so pissed. Oh, I was so pissed. I like the Diablo series. I grew up with the Diablo series. We're going to play the original Diablo some point this year. And yeah, is this another season's April Fool's joke? Come on, don't you guys have phones? Diablo Immortal! A mobile game! Everyone was like, oh, what the fuck? People were getting up and leaving. It was horrible. It was horrendous. Didn't it make like 50k USD to get a full build character? It was something super fucking ridiculous. It was super. I heard my phone just now. Did you hear my phone just now? I heard my phone just now. I dropped it on the floor. Is it on the floor? Where is it? Ouch. Fuck, I smashed my head against my tablet. Hang on. I heard my phone. It made a sound. It made a sound. Is it in my pocket? It's not in my pocket, is it? Where the hell is it? It's not like my desk has a ton of space. Where are you? Phone-chan! Where the hell is my phone? It's not like hidden somewhere. Should I put it? Ah! I found it! I found it! I found it! I found it! Okay. Cool. Okay. That's it was basically letting me know it's kind of dying and that somebody had messaged me and that I should check my messages before it fully dies. But that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. All right. I'm gonna do the Keegan's other arm. It cost a ton of money, and in fact, it was almost impossible to be able to get a full build of a character based upon how they had stuff set up. I was so pissed, man. I never downloaded or played it just on principle. Almost home, gonna get on that creative world to remember how to remember how to make a 4x4 pistons vault door because you want to do cool redstone for once instead of just an item sorter. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Experiment. Have fun. It's okay. I don't know how much longer I'll actually stream today. It's like 11:42 right now. I have to get up a little bit early tomorrow. But I want to go ahead and at least finish... I want to finish his hair. Oh, that's the wrong color. Okay. I want him to have a larger braid. I should change his clothes color here real fast. At least his vestment color. Because I like how his vestments are. Okay. And then I think do I want to have the large braid come down here? Oh, that would look so nice. Oh, but it would cover part of this. Oh no, I can do it. Because if I do the large braid coming down here, so it's squished up between here, comes down here. And then have it flip around like this. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. Okay, and then the middle of the braid comes down here. Yeah. Or I could just give him really nice long hair. That would work as well. A braid is nice. Oh god, we love a good braid on a man. All right, let's do a braid on this man. Hang on, let me turn off my headset and turn it back on again. Maybe it's just desynced. I'm hoping it's just desynced. It's loading. Or restarting my headset, I should say. Okay, okay. I am not hearing it. Huh. I don't know. It's like it's not registering that OBS is outputting audio for the music. Let me try and change it around just one more way. Here, hold on. Okay. Live, let's do advanced audio properties. Okay, I resynced it again. Okay, we're good. Ew, I hate this song. So emo. So emo. Okay. I fudged up. I did not fudge up, I just closed the window down a little bit. Okay. Let me change this. So I'm gonna make how his braid goes here, here. Okay, hang on, we're getting there. And then this here, this comes down here, erase this. This comes down here, erase this. Okay, I know how to draw a braid. Ew, I hate this song. Do you have it? Why do I have it downloaded? Because others like it. I'm not the only one who uses the system. The majority of the stuff on this system is mine, but I'm not the only one who uses it. Alas. Okay, we're gonna braid this hair. Braiding, I know how to draw a braid. And there's some music I have on here that I'm not a huge fan of, but others I know really like it and asked me to grab it for them, and I just never deleted it off my system. Rising crazy. Okay. Okay, this needs to be here. Woo! I jumped way up there. My goodness, that was not what I intended to do at all. Okay, hang on. Let me clean this up just a little bit. This one goes here. And then this one goes here. And then let's erase this. So we have 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4. 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, more. And the braid is twisting as it goes. So this needs to suddenly start to come over this way. And then this comes over farther. And then this comes over even farther. Because the braid is twisting as we go. So we see less and less of each section here. It's Crazy Chocobo! Are all your friends on the floor? Hang on, I've blinked since then. Yeah, 1, 2, set, 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4. Yeah, all my friends are on the floor. For sure. They are all on the floor. Okay, and then this one comes way over here. Because this really flips around right here. Cut this. Put this here. Put this here. And then here. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, man. I can do this. Don't let anyone ever tell you braids are hard to draw. They're tremendously hard to draw. Okay, and then we have this set up. So this one here, this one here, this one here. And then it twists again. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm gonna switch this. It's from a song, but you know, shots, not sets. Yeah. I mean, sets count. But, you know, that counts. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna change this up just a little bit. Oh wait, was that supposed to? I have to keep this line because this is where the new ones come in here. Okay, there we go. And I want to bring this in just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then we're gonna switch it up just a little. Actually, let me move this piece down just a little bit and then we're fine. Silencer. And then here's where I want the big tie in the braid to be. So we'll do something like this, and then he has his hair is kind of hanging loose at the bottom here, which again we're not going to see a ton of because there's going to be a lot of stuff kind of hiding everything. Because this is where his knee would come up through here. Let me redo this just a little bit. I'm gonna go back and clean this up, so don't stress. Okay, sweet. Sweet, we love a sad man with long hair. That is the best. And I'm gonna, technically I could leave this as a sketch layer anyway. I'm gonna go through and do another nicer setup for this. And then... and sweet. Okay. Yes. Okay, and then... let me not put that in there. Put that there. Do a few more pieces coming through here. And then I want a couple pieces looping around his hand. Man, this man has a lot of hair. Okay. I think that is, thus far, pretty good. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, let me do a big stretch. Okay, now we're going to change a couple of things. So this we're gonna hide, and then this we're gonna hide, and now I'm gonna do his hair. We love a good hair. What is this? Is this my notes layer? This is my notes layer. This needs to be below this layer. Here we go. Let me hit save. Oh my god, I have not touched the save button in a little bit. Whoops! Whoops! We're gonna put that in there real quick. Okay. Okay, we're gonna finish Casimir before we end today. That is my goal. That is my goal. We're gonna finish Casimir before we end today. I can meet a goal. I can meet a goal. Okay. Oh, man. Ah, how sad do we want to be at the end of this chat? Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes. You know what? I would like this piece to come down over here. I want to get the feeling that his hair was interrupted by Casimir's hand. Wait a second, the crayon is red, but the lines are orange. Your brain! Well, I can't set it up to switch each time, so I just have a basic red crayon. That'd be a little too much work to try and get everything to switch over. I could do it. I could. I have the technology. But that's a little bit of extra processing power I don't really feel like exerting. It'd be too much. Okay. So I'm going to draw these little tendrils, and then I'm going to do a different layer with just his large brain. Oh, well, don't. It's better this way. The art is looking fantastic, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. I'm hoping it does. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I really am liking how tragic everything feels. It feels very tragic. And that is the goal. That is the goal. Our goal is sad man's. Our goal is to make all men's very sad in this. Everyone always comments like when I'm like, oh yeah, I just want to fuck them up. I mean, every artist's goal is that for their OCs, right? They want them to be sad. They want them to be miserable so they can have character growth. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, and then I would also like... Oh, and then I have to do the pieces that are 95% of good characters have a shit life. Just the rule. That's exactly the rule. Nobody wants to read about Kimberly from down the block who's had a very good like midlife suburban adventure that doesn't have anything. I'm like, let me break this man's nose. Let me kill off a love interest. Hey, yo, fam, fuck my life up so I can build a good character. I mean, that can happen very easily. That is an easy thing to do. Unfortunately, alas, real life is not so simple. Okay, and then I need a little bit more here. Oh, God. So sad. Okay. I want to change this section up a little bit. There we go. Shit, maybe I want to remove this section. Let me try it without it. Okay, we step back, we pretend we don't see this section. Oh, not bad, not bad. I could see it. I like the idea of the hair being trapped between them, though. That is a really good, like, little bitty detail that just, it eats ya. I'll do a little bit.